Very sad when the guy stopped drawing the deer.
Because your cheese needs a buddy.
Matthew Perry's mom, father, and stepdad arrived at his LA home visibly distressed after the Friends star's tragic death. The heart-wrenching scene unfolded as police cordoned off the area where Perry was found dead in his hot tub. The family's shock and grief were palpable, leaving lingering questions about the circumstances leading to this unexpected loss. As the investigation unfolds, the mystery surrounding Perry's passing deepens, keeping the public on edge. The arrival of Matthew Perry's family at his LA home following his untimely death reflected a somber atmosphere of grief and disbelief. Among them were his 82-year-old father, John Bennett Perry, and his mother, Suzanne Morrison, accompanied by stepfather Keith Morrison. The emotional weight of the tragedy was evident, particularly in John Bennett Perry's demeanor. The seasoned 82-year-old actor, who had separated from Matthew's mother when the actor was just 1 year old, faced the heartbreaking task of dealing with the sudden loss of his son. The family dynamics became apparent as they arrived, each member coping with the shockwaves of Matthew's passing. John Bennett Perry's visible distress hinted at the depth of the emotional toll, emphasizing the unique challenges that arise within familial relationships. The separation between John and Suzanne introduced an additional layer of complexity, potentially reopening old wounds in the face of tragedy. Matthew Perry's death profoundly affected the family, leaving them visibly shaken and emotionally raw. While dealing with the circumstances surrounding a loved one's passing is undoubtedly challenging, the added layers of family history and the rekindling of past relationships elevate the mourning process to a deeply personal and intricate experience. As the family navigates the aftermath of this profound loss, the unity and resilience within the family bonds will likely be tested, underscoring the intricate interplay of emotions and history in the face of tragedy. The scene at Matthew Perry's Los Angeles home, where his family interacted with officers after his passing, reflects a deep sense of shock and grief. The resurfacing of past grief from family fractures intensifies the emotional weight of the present moment. The coming together of estranged parents, now united in shared sorrow, creates a challenging and emotionally charged atmosphere for everyone involved. In the midst of media attention, this family scene speaks to the universal nature of grief, extending beyond Matthew Perry's celebrity status. The long-standing separation doesn't diminish the shared sadness felt by both parents, emphasizing the enduring bond formed through parenthood. This convergence of personal history and present sorrow paints a vivid picture of the complexities within family relationships, especially in the face of unforeseen loss. The circumstances surrounding Matthew Perry's tragic death unfolded with the discovery of the actor unresponsive in the confines of his LA home's jacuzzi. This revelation struck a chord of profound sorrow as the jacuzzi, a symbol of relaxation and leisure, became an unexpected setting for the unfolding tragedy. Initial reports pointing to a cardiac arrest intensified the sense of the sudden and unforeseen nature of the medical emergency. The jacuzzi, often synonymous with moments of tranquility and enjoyment, transformed into a poignant backdrop for the final chapter of Perry's life. It served as a stark reminder of life's unpredictability, as Perry, a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, faced a health crisis in what should have been a sanctuary of comfort. This unexpected turn of events in a seemingly serene setting contributes to the emotional weight of Perry's passing, leaving both fans and the public grappling with the juxtaposition of leisure and tragedy within the confines of his own home. Matthew Perry's final hours unfolded in what initially seemed like a routine evening. Returning home after a 2-hour game of pickleball, a sport known for its blend of athleticism and social interaction, painted a picture of normalcy and recreational enjoyment. Pickleball, a favorite among many for its accessibility and engaging nature, underscored Perry's engagement in everyday activities. The pivotal moment occurred when Perry made the decision to send his assistant on an errand. This seemingly mundane task now takes on heightened significance as it marks the last known interaction before the tragic turn of events. The assistant's return, only to discover Perry unresponsive, introduces a critical junction in the timeline. Investigators and their scrutiny of this sequence of events are likely searching for clues that might shed light on the circumstances surrounding the actor's untimely death. The careful examination of Perry's actions leading up to the incident becomes a focal point in unraveling the mystery. Every decision, every minute detail in those final hours now holds profound significance as investigators work to piece together the events that transpired in the lead-up to the actor's demise. Reports from TMZ emphasize that no drugs were found at the scene, eliminating one potential factor in Perry's death. Additionally, foul play is not suspected at this time, suggesting that investigators are focusing on medical factors rather than any external interference. The 911 call made around 4 p.m. initiated a swift response from law enforcement. Investigators arrived at Matthew Perry's LA mansion at 7 p.m., indicating a thorough and comprehensive examination of the scene. The presence of emergency responders and the subsequent wait for the coroner underscores the seriousness of the situation. The extended duration of investigators' presence suggests a meticulous inquiry into the circumstances surrounding Perry's death. The account given by a 17-year-old neighbor and his younger siblings offer a human perspective on the unfolding events surrounding Matthew Perry's death. Acting as inadvertent witnesses to the scene, their description of it as disturbing conveys an emotional impact experienced by those in close proximity. The neighbor's observation of law enforcement discovering Matthew Perry unresponsive in the backyard jacuzzi is not only potentially valuable for investigators, but also serves as a vivid detail in a broader narrative. The emotional effects on the younger siblings emphasize the gravity of the situation, highlighting the community-wide impact of such an event. This first-hand account adds a layer of empathy and compassion, emphasizing the real human consequences of unexpected and tragic loss. Colleagues, friends, and devoted fans joined in a collective outpouring of tributes, expressing their grief and commemorating the impact Perry had on their lives. Notably, actress Maggie Wheeler, known for her role as Janice on Friends alongside Perry, conveyed the shared sorrow, emphasizing the profound joy he brought to countless individuals. These tributes stand as a poignant testament to Perry's enduring influence, transcending the professional realm to encompass the personal connections he forged. The revelation of Matthew Perry having purportedly made a premonition about his own death months before the tragic event adds an eerie and contemplative layer to the narrative surrounding his passing. If substantiated, this detail deepens our exploration into Perry's psychological state leading up to the untimely death. The unexpected death of Matthew Perry has sent shockwaves throughout his community, prompting reflection on the intricacies of life. The evolving narrative leaves room for anticipation as the public awaits further insights. Stay tuned for ongoing updates on this poignant story. If you found this information engaging, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest developments. And now the question arises: what unseen details will emerge in the days to come?